So, question. You ever feel like you've done all the work that you need to do? You know what I mean? Like you've journaled, you've cried, you've gone to therapy, you've blocked him and his mama, you've read all the books you can read, quoted all the memes you can quote, and lit all the sage you can light. And all it took is for that one new text thread from that new man, and all your healed journey has just went out the fucking window. I mean, it's crazy, right? The shit just starts glitching. Like, I don't know what happens, but it turns out you don't really know if you're healed until you have to trust somebody again. And baby, that trust, it will expose those wounds like no other. So, if you can relate to this, make sure you go ahead and get your water, your wine, your coffee, whatever it is that you need to get comfortable, because we are about to get into it right now. Welcome back, ladies, to another episode of I'm Just Saying, the podcast where we have real conversations. Well, I have real conversations about real life things, and I offer you real life advice by sharing some of my life experience. Majority, just look at me as being your new bestie, your new online bestie, or your new sister. Girl, adopt me. The more the merrier. I love a good family. So, welcome into this space. This is definitely a safe space. So, come on in, sit down, get really comfortable because we are about to dive deep. So let me take you back a little bit because, girl, there was a moment where I just knew that I was healed. I was doing my solo dates. I was making myself feel real cute, doing my little self-care things at the house, face mask, nails, hair, all the things, not texting back the dusties because, baby, they be dustying. So, I just knew that I was on the up and up. And baby, I was even out here giving my friends advice like I was Iyanla. Girl, listen, I had all the answers. I mean, let's be clear. I still have the answers, but I just thought that meant that your girl was healed. But then I met a man and I was not trying to meet a man, but I liked him. He liked me. We liked each other. And it started to make a lot of things resurface that I thought were long gone. And let me tell you what triggered me. He was kind. He was responsible. He was a man with a plan. He was a healthy man in every way that you can think of, physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. And it was really the emotional part that really triggered me. He's so grounded. He was so grounded that it disturbed me a little bit because even though I've done all the work to get myself to a solid space, I was so used to dealing with toxic men who were trying to manipulate me, men who were trying to get things out of me, men who didn't really have a plan for me. But he was different, and that was a problem. When he would be consistent, girl, I panicked. I mean, straight going crazy because it's like, what is this? I realized I really did not know how to accept it. I did not know how to accept a man being kind. I did not know how to accept a man actually pursuing me. I did not know how to accept a man consistently showing up for me. And that's when I had to face my truth, which was I thought I was healed, but I really had only healed in isolation and not in connection. I had put myself in a bubble and did all the work on all the things, but I didn't know if it actually worked. It's kind of like fixing your car and never driving it to test it and see if the things that you did actually fix the problem. So it's like, even if you're working on yourself, Don't be afraid to take yourself out for a test drive. If your goal is to have healthy relationships, whether it be romantic or friendships, don't be afraid to go out for a test drive. Don't be afraid to go outside and mingle, be social, meet new people. Don't be afraid to go out on that nice little dinner date and get cute and just have a conversation. Get to know a new person. See if the things that used to trigger you still trigger you. See if you're strong enough to actually stand on those boundaries that you created. You have to be able to test the work that you have put into yourself. Because the truth is, building alone, it is safe. But the true healing comes when you are healing and building new relationships and maybe even repairing old ones. Because love will trigger the parts of you that think you're still unlovable. So here's what I want you to ask yourself. Are you really healed, or are you just unbothered because there's no one close enough to you to bother you? And when I say close, I don't mean in proximity. I mean close to the heart. Is there anyone that is close to your heart that will actually show you if you are actually healed? Have you been letting anyone in your heart, in your feelings, in your emotions, in your mind, not just in your physical space? Because we know how that goes, right? We know how that goes. We know how those phases go, right? We feel like because we're outside having a good time, distracting ourselves. You see, I'm healed. I'm healed. I can go out here and I could talk to this person. I can hook up with that person. I can cut them off today or tomorrow, and I can still have my peace. That is a true sign of being unhealed, because you are too afraid to connect with someone because of the fear of being hurt again. And that's okay. We've all been there before, and some of us are still there. I'm even still working on my own journey because I have insecurities about things that I thought that I moved past, and now they're being put to the test. But we're all about passing tests around here. It's nothing but straight A's across the board. We gonna make it, sis. I don't care if I have to hold your hand and we gotta walk over that bridge together. And I really need you to know that healing is not about building walls. It's about building boundaries and still being open. It's about learning how to speak your needs before your anxiety takes over. Now that is a big one for me because I get so anxious sometimes. It is crazy. I didn't even realize I had anxiety until I started therapy. And it's also learning that your triggers are your responsibility. It's not supposed to be the punishment of the other person. Now, I'm no expert, but I have been around the block a few times. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some tips on some ways that you'll be able to figure out that you may not be as healed as you think. Number 1, you're hyper independent and you label it as peace. Number 2, you feel like expressing your emotions is doing too much. And number 3, you run away from good things because they feel foreign to you. And number 4, this is for all of my people with the anxious attachment, myself included. When you assume that every pause in communication equals rejection, baby, you're not quite healed yet. I mean, at least you're not as healed as you thought you were. All right, sis. So let's go ahead and roll into the new segment. Sis, let's be for real. So we don't have any questions today, and that is okay. They are going to start to roll in, and I cannot wait. I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions for me, if you need any type of advice, or if you just want to send me a friendly message, please use the link below to send me an anonymous message. Nobody will know who you are, not even me. You can send me any questions. If you need advice, whatever it is, just use the link below and I will definitely respond to you, whether it be via an episode or on my lives on either TikTok or Instagram. So since I don't have a question to answer today, I have a question for you. If someone offered you the love that you say you want, would you know how to receive it? Or would you reject it and self-sabotage because it's too unfamiliar to you? If you feel seen, don't run from it. Just ask yourself, what part of me still feels like I am not deserving of healthy love? And more importantly, am I really willing to do the work once that love shows up? Because we all know love is not easy. Whenever you are bringing two totally different things together and making it as one, you have to work at it. And like I said, it's just like you building something, right? You put it together in the beginning, they're brand new pieces. They come together with no problem. But as time goes on, you have to do maintenance. Relationships require maintenance. That is the biggest issue. We pray for this love and we get the love and we forget all of the hell that we went through prior to getting the love. So we don't appreciate the love. We don't nurture the love. We don't love the love. You have to remember the importance of the love that it is that you've been waiting all this time for. You have to be willing to put in the maintenance that your relationship requires to sustain itself. It's not going to maintain itself. It requires all parties involved to play their part. And that includes you. And I'm so sorry to break it to you. Maintaining a relationship is not just about cooking meals. It is not just about having sex. It is not just about looking after the kids. You see, all of those things really have nothing to do with your relationship. You making meals, well, hell, you have to eat. You having sex, those are natural desires. You maintaining the kids, that is you being a parent and being a responsible adult. You have to know your partner and know the kind of relationship that you have to know what it is you need to do to nurture your relationship, your actual relationship, knowing how to be there for one another. I'm not saying you have to be a mind reader, but if you've committed yourself to someone, you should at least take the time out to be able to know when their moods are changing, when they're moving differently, when they may need a little bit more support. It is okay. It is okay. And not only that, know and respect when they need space. We are still individuals. Yes, you are a couple. If you are married, you are now one. And that is amazing. But you are not physically one. And sometimes your mental just needs space. Do not nag a person because they need space. Do not get on their nerves and do not disrupt their peace just because them taking space does not look like what you think it should look like. I'm going to go there. This was not even on the list for me to go there, but I'm going to go there. Just because when you need peace, it's a hot bubble bath and some wine and some nice jazz music. That does not mean that him getting on the video game for a couple hours is not his peace. Respect whatever it is that he needs to also maintain and have his peace, just like he respects yours. One is no greater than the other, because allowing your partner to have that little time to themselves is just going to make your relationship that much stronger. So as you can see, I got way off topic, but you know what? I can't even say I got off topic because I pray before I film these episodes and I ask God to help me to deliver whatever message it is that I am supposed to relay to you guys. So even if it's not in my notes for me to cover, baby, if it comes up, it's gonna come out. If it comes to my mind, then that's what's meant for me to share with you. So now that I have gone way left field, we're going to reel it on back in. We're going to reel it back into talking about being healed and being ready for these relationships. Because listen, I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready. I thought I was healed until it was time for your girl to share her wings and fries and her feelings. Listen, I can hand over a wing and a fry real quick, but when you're asking me to open up, tell you how I feel, tell you what's going on with me, listen, sometimes it's hard for me to even be able to identify what is wrong with me, okay? And you want me to put it into words? How dare you? Do you not know that I am a woman? Do you not know that my hormones are up and down constantly? Do you not know that sometimes I just need to cry and there's absolutely nothing wrong? Do you not know that sometimes there's a lot of shit wrong, but I am too afraid to burden other people with it? I'm too afraid to burden other people with my worries. So I harbor all of my feelings. I keep it all to myself. I cry it out in the shower. I listen to some music. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Maybe I'll do some retail therapy. Maybe I'll do some little things. Put all these band-aids on top of it to cover up all of my wounds, all of my scars, all of my fears, all of my doubts. I put a band-aid on each and every one of them. I have the Target receipts to prove it, girl. I have the Target receipts to prove it. Now, don't jump on me because I know about the whole Target thing. I ain't gonna lie. I done rolled up in there a few times. I'm all for standing for a cause. Look, we're not even gonna go into that. We're gonna stick to the healing. We're gonna stick to the healing. But the fact of the matter is, I definitely have receipts that I use as a band-aid over my wounds. It was really hard for me to say, hey, that hurt me, when I'm so used to just saying, whatever, I don't even care. It's okay. No, it's fine. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm telling you, I'm good. These are all signs that you are not as healed as you think you are. You're too afraid to express your emotions. You're too afraid to actually go there with somebody because you think if you put all that load on them, they're going to drop you. They're going to disappoint you just like everybody else. But sis, that is a part of life. That is the most beautiful part of life, is taking the risk. Every risk is not going to turn out the way we want it to. But that's the beauty in it. You're walking through a door and you do not know what's on the other side. But I can guarantee you'll never see what's on the other side if you never walk through it. So I just want to remind you that the I don't care energy, that is not being healed. That is being numb. Healing is when you do care and you still can choose to stay in it. Or you can choose to peacefully walk away from it. Not run, not ghost, not posting your quotes on social media and then blocking him for peace. Listen, my block list, it runs real long, okay? I have been there. Now, I'm not unblocking anybody, but moving forward, your girl will do better. So listen, if this episode made you check yourself even just a little bit, then this is definitely the space for you. And listen, I want to hear from you. So make sure you're sending me your anonymous message or your confessions, because listen, your girl loves some hot tea. So whether it's something you're struggling with or something you're ashamed just to say out loud, send it anyway. I would love to help you out in any way that I can. Just make sure you use the link below and go ahead and send that message, because I'll be reading your stories and giving you some real advice, girl, in the upcoming episodes. All right, so that is it for today. I want you to remember that healing is a vibe. It is truly a vibe, but it's also a process. And it doesn't have to be a hard process if you just submit to it. Submit to it. You know, we just love that word, right? The submit word. Submit to the process. The same way your man wants you to submit to him. You know, only a man worth submitting to, of course, but submit to the process and submit to loving again. And if you're struggling with the thought of loving somebody else, baby, just start with loving on yourself, really loving on yourself. And that is when you will find out who you really are. So until next time, I'm just saying, but sis, what are you saying?